My name is David McLeod. I am your life mastery coach, creator of the Magic of I Am, and host of the Daily Affirmation program. Thanks for joining me for today's video presentation. Do you remember the wonder of childhood, that time of innocence, curiosity, and ultimate adventure? Do you perhaps remember specific events in your early childhood that bring a smile of joy to your face? Perhaps it was something like tasting chocolate for the very first time. Or maybe it was just heading off with your parents and grandparents to an amusement park that you'd never been to before. It doesn't really matter what the event was. I'm just trying to bring you back to the way you might have felt at that time. For me, one of the most precious memories in my life occurred when I was back 2 years old at the back of my grandparents' house chasing robins around the yard. I found those birds to be totally fascinating, and whenever they stopped flying and started walking around on the lawn, I would rev up my 2-year-old body, run as fast as I could, and try to catch them. The birds were very tolerant of me, and as I recall, they seemed to take great delight in just staying beyond my reach, as if they were daring me to catch them. I can still feel the giggles rise up inside my body as I remember that situation. There was such joy for me in the thrill of the simple adventure of trying to catch birds. And even though I never ever came close enough to even grabbing one of those robins, it was a wonderful experience for me and something that I cherish even today. Today, whenever I see a young person engaged in a new activity, I am brought back to that memory of so long ago, and I imagine this younger person is experiencing the same kind of wonder and awe that I experienced when I was only 2 years old. I recognize and understand today that the innocent and curious play of childhood is a vital part of the simple pursuit of understanding something about our world. But what I've also come to realize is that play and adventure are not the restricted domain of children. On the contrary, I've learned that I can approach any aspect of my life, even in mid-adulthood, as an opportunity to unleash my own curiosity and creativity as I embark on a new adventure of learning. This is true even if I happen to be doing something that I've done before. You see, everything we do, no matter how familiar we are with it, can be viewed as a new experience. How is that? Well, even though we might imagine that we're much the same as we were the last time we engaged in a particular experience, the fact is, we have changed. After all, we're constantly changing and evolving and growing. And so this means that our approach to a familiar situation is going to be affected by the perspective we have that arises out of those changes. And that in turn means that the experience itself is going to be different. In other words, if we choose, we can treat every experience as if it is a brand new adventure. Now, it's easier, of course, to think of things as adventures when we can reconnect to the innocence and wonder and curiosity of our childhood. For me, reconnecting to all of that is much easier when I pay attention to the activities and behaviors of the young people in my life. This week, I encourage you to observe the young people in your life and allow yourself to remember situations in your own childhood when you might have been engaging in the same kinds of activities. Let yourself reconnect to your own inner child and let that feeling empower you to consider bringing more play into your life. The more you play, the more joy you will create for yourself. Bless the children in your life, and bless yourself for acknowledging your own playfulness and creativity.